Good morning to all. Should we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today first we will see the syllabus because you should know how many chapters are there and which pattern is going on for your Java. In Java, core and advanced Java both are connected with each other in your syllabus. So first we will see syllabus. Okay, I will present it. Is it visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So actually this is old syllabus. New syllabus will get updated within 1 month. Till now we have to use this syllabus only. It may happen that the last chapters will get changed, but previous chapters will not change because first chapter and second chapter is totally depend on basics of Java. So it has 50 marks POE exam with ISC of 25 marks and term work with 25 marks. So total 100 marks are there for Java programming. We are getting 2 hours per week and practical having double turn. So there are lots of practicals are available for Java programming. So we will directly move towards your syllabus. This is the first section, basics of a Java and strings of a Java. This is your first chapter. Today we will start with this. This may take 5 lectures, but online lectures are going on, so it may take some more lectures also because we are doing our practical programs in the same lectures only. That's why it may take some few more lectures. This is a totally basic language because here we are seeing how to write a program using Java. That's why this is a totally basic part of a Java, and strings are required to give input as well as print output on the console. Another one is the second chapter, that is introduction of object-oriented programming. You have already seen some part in your object-oriented programming with C++. So we have to use that concept only, and further we have to move again because here different things are also available. That's why Java is mostly preferred than C++. After that, exception handling and error handling and its basics are there. This is very useful while designing any applications which are based on the Java programming. That's why exception handling and error handling is also important. Then basic IO. Basic IO is mostly useful for handling the files, handling the objects, data streams. Because whenever you are creating some projects, you need to handle all these category means all these files in your programs. So these are the first 3 chapters. Then fourth one is a Java collection framework. Here, separate array class is provided to get values in the array and useful to design array-based programming. Means sorting and searching techniques are already provided in the form of packages. Only we have to use it to design your program. It means there is no necessity to create pro, separately structure or separately method for the list, sets, maps. Already packages are defined in your Java. You have to use it with the help of an object and you can create your own searching sorting examples. Then multi-threading and network programming. You already know related to network programming, but multi-threading is new one for you. We will see when we will come to this point. Then GUI programming with AWT and Swing. These are the GUI developing techniques. So these after this chapter you will move towards the advanced Java because GUI and JDBC comes under the core Java. After that your advanced Java will start. So we will see with the help of some programs or by using some demo file. Then JDBC and Anywhere. JDBC is nothing but Java database connectivity. And RMI is remote machine interface, so you have to use it for making network programming as well as connecting to different servers with the help of a Java. Then JDBC useful for connection between database and your programs. So these two are very important while creating your projects. The last chapter is based on the servlet and JSP. JSP is useful for creating web-based pages. That's why Servlet and JSP is included in your syllabus. So this part is comes under the advanced Java. It may happen that some new points will be added into your syllabus, or it may happen that syllabus will be same. So whenever that file is get updated in your university site, then I will ensure that and I will provide it to you. Till now, we have to use this same syllabus because first four chapters will not get changed. These chapters are totally based on the basics of a Java programming. Should we start our actual syllabus?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will start. First, we will see basics and then we will move towards the actual programming. So this is our first chapter, basics of a Java and strings of a Java. First, we will see history of Java in short. Java is a programming language and a platform, but platform is nothing but any hardware of software environment in which a program runs. It is known as the platform. Since Java has a runtime environment means JRE and API is called as the platform. So we have whenever we are seeing related to Java, we have to keep it in mind that Java is a programming language and a platform. Togetherly, Java is formed. Then Java is a high-level, robust, object-oriented and secure programming language. It is developed by the known as the father of Java. Actually, it is developed by this James Gosling, its Sun Microsoft, when they was subsidiary of Oracle. Before Java, its name was Oak. Since Oak was already a registered company, also James Gosling and his team changed the Oak name to Java. That's why they have provided name as a Java only. Now see, this is your first Java program. Before we moving towards its features, which features of a Java, we will see some basic programs. So while discussing the features, you will understand what I am telling from here. Now see, before writing the actual Java program, you should install JDK file in your machine. If you are having Ubuntu, if you are having, then you should install JDK first and then you can start your programming. First, see what is meant by this written over here. Please tell to your friends that make it fast because while presenting, this will be as an interrupt. Okay, I have to go here and again you have to add over here. I will provide 5 minutes. Tell to your friends, make it fast and join over here. Okay. Whether presentation is visible to all, you can mention in chat box so I can start. Right now, don't give presenting because I will call afterwards with roll numbers. Okay. Now I will move towards the program. First I will explain it and now see. I have written here one class having name as a simple. I have written here S as a capital one. Okay. You can give it as a small one also, no problem. Then public static void main string arguments. This is the main method. In that method, I have written here as a public one because our execution of Java program will start with main method like our C and CPP program. But if I have written it a private, then it will create a problem because it will be accessible to this class only. We cannot access this method in outside this class. That's why this is written as a public one. Then I have written here word as a static. Whenever we are using static keyword while creating main method, there is a no necessity to create object of this method. As you have seen in object-oriented programming, we have to create object of a class, and by using that object, we can call internal internal components like parameters, methods, etc. That's why to avoid creating object of a class, we have using static method. Okay, and void is, this is the data type. By default, we are writing main method as a void and string arguments. This is the syntax for Java programming. String arguments are used to pass inputs via main method. Okay, you can change its sequence. Okay, system.out.println. This is the method to print the values on the console window or as a output. Now see, system is nothing but the main package, out is a sub package, and println is the method which is present in that package. Now see, in C and C++, you have used header files like bat.h, stdio.h, then strings.h, likewise. But in Java, in place of header files, packages are there. Okay. For packages, you can use import keyword. By using import keyword, you can add packages in your program. Right now, we have not used any package because we are creating a simple programs. Whenever we will create some complicated program, at that time we will see how to add packages in your program. Only keep it in mind that system is a package, out is a sub package, and println is your method which is used to print the values on the console window. And whatever we have written in the double quote, which will be printed on your console. Okay, one more thing. I have written here println. ln is used for the next line. Okay, and suppose I have written only print, it means that it will print continuously in the same line. Suppose I have written one more sentence after this line like a system.out.print students. At that case, what will happen? It will print output as a hello Java then students in this same line, and whenever I will use println, it will print your values which are present in this in this parenthesis or a single line only. Okay, so print values on the next line, you should use println method. Okay, so this is the simple program of one line. Now see how it get executed. First, you should install Java Development Kit, that is JDK, on your machine. You can install the versions of Java 1.6 onwards, okay? Because 1.6 onwards versions are having all the toolkits which are useful for your programming. Then you have to set part of a JDK file in your console window Then write your program, save it as by using .java, and then compile your program and run your Java program. For compiling, you should use the syntax as Java C simple.java. Okay, Java C is the compiler of a Java and Java is the interpreter of a Java. We will see one by one how it get executed. Okay, before that we will move towards actual execution of a program. So whatever I have said over here, it will be understood to you people. Okay. Then I will explain its internal process which is going on backside of the Java program. Have you understood up to this? So I can give you demo of execution of your program. Yes, all of you, have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Akhilesh Kute. Akhilesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I will move towards actual execution of this program. Now I will moving towards my C drive because I have already installed. So I will not install it again. Only I will show you the demo of program. In C program, in program files, I have installed it. There is a one folder having Java. In that folder, that JDK file is get stored. Now see, here two versions are available because JDK is the first one, 1.6 in my computer. Now I have added 1.7. Okay. Now see what is there in your actual JDK file. Now we have seen in this slide, you should install the first JDK. Okay. Now I have already installed JDK. Then in JDK, there are different folders are there likewise. Okay. Bin, JRE, what is JDK, what is JRE, we will see after this execution of program. Okay. Because you should know what is basic of this Java. Then bin is the folder which is useful to run your program. Okay. Now we will start our first program. Now we are in the Java JDK 1.7 and in that in bin folder. Okay. Now have you noted down these points? Okay. All of you note down this procedure because this will be useful to run your program on machine. I am going to say that regarding your Windows operating system. I am not telling regarding your Ubuntu or any other systems. Okay. So this is the process to run program on Windows operating system. So please take it down because it will be useful to run the Java program. Now I will move towards your actual Java program. I have already written because otherwise it will take your time. That's why I have already written over here. Okay, now see, first I will remove that .class file. So what will happen at the back end, it will be understood by you. Now see, I have used same program over here having a single line sentence, that is hello Java. Okay. So there is a no confusion in between understanding this program. Okay, take down this program. Now I will move towards the execution of this program. How to execute this? I have written this program as a class simple and we have to save it as file, save as. I have already given them as a simple. Only you have to make it as a .java and save it. I have already saved. That's why it asks permission. If you are first time, then there is a no problem. Okay. Now we have to open command prompt. Okay. You have to open command prompt. After that, you have to go to folder which you have saved your actual .java file. Okay, now see, I have saved my .java file in E drive in Java programs folder. Now see how to shift your cursor in this drive. You have to type here D colon, sorry, in my file is in E drive, so I will write E there. Now see, your cursor is shifted to E drive, okay, which is already present in C drive, but our program is in E drive. That's why we have shifted our cursor in the E drive. Now again, we have to move towards another directory. That's why we need change directory option. That is CD space. Now see here my folder name is Java program. It means it have one space. Suppose my folder name is simply programs, then there is no necessity to write it double quote. But my file is present in the folder that is a Java program. That's why I have written it into double quote. Okay. Now I am in the that folder. Now we have to set the path to run your Java program. Now see, by default we are going into that folder, but suppose you want to go outside that folder, you should use change directory dot. It will come out of that folder, okay, because by mistakenly it may happen that you will go to another folder. That's why I have told you both the ways. To go inside directly, use change directory cd, and go outside that directory, use cd dot. Now see how to set the path. Am I audible to all?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Now our second point is what? First we have installed JDK. Then second point, set path of the JDK bin directly to execute our program. Now we are on the verge of this completion of this set path. Okay. Now see how to set the path. Use set path is equal to in double quote. You have to paste this path. This in Java JDK your version there, and in bin folder. Okay, in JDK bin folder is there. You have to go inside, use this path, make a copy of this path, then paste it over here. Okay, and enter it. It means that we have set path as a temporary one. Okay, you can set permanent path by going inside the my computer property. Okay, but right now I have used temporary path. For basic purpose, you should use this way only, because you should know what will be error if we have not set the path. Okay, we will see both the cases. First, we will implement this program. After that, suppose I have not set the path, what will be the error? We will show it. Okay. Now see how to compile your program. Java C program name is simple. Now see, Java C is the Java compiler. Okay. After compiling this simple.java file, one dot class file is get generated at the backside of this prompt. Dot class file is nothing but the conversion of your Java file into bytecode. And there is a one feature in the Java, that is Java is a platform independent. Okay, why we are calling Java is a platform independent? Because whenever we are converting our .java file to .class file, in that case .class file, if we have changed to another folder or in another machine which having another OS like Ubuntu, Linux, okay, in that case we can directly implement that .class file. There is no necessity to bring every time the .java file. That's why Java is a platform independent. Okay, now I will enter it. Now see what will happen at the back end of this command prompt. Okay, now see. I have written here class name as a simple. Okay, but what will happen? There is a one error. Class name, that is a simple, are only accepted if annotation processing explicitly requested. Why this error will happen? Because whenever I will write here a program as without public. Okay. Now see, I have written one more example with having class as a simple one. Okay. Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Due to some network issues, I have outside this meeting. Wait for 1 minute. I will again present my screen. One minute. I will share my screen. From my side, it is not in sharing process. 1 minute. Is it visible to all? Okay. Now see, again we will move towards actual execution of your program. See, I have written here, first I will remove this public, class simple. This is name of my class, that is simple. We have already stored over here. Now see how to compile it. Okay. For compilation, we have already set path over here. Now we have to compile it. Okay. For compilation, you need command javac and your program name as a simple.
मॅम
Yes.
तिथं डॉट जावा हे एक्सटेन्शन राहिलंय ना म्हणून ते कंपाईल होत नाहीये ना.
Ha, 1 minute. Is it visible to you?
येस मॅम.
Okay. Now see, my dot class file name is a simple. Then we are compiling it by javac compiler.
मॅम आयोचं पॅकेज इम्पोर्ट करा ना.
नाही ऍक्च्युली गरज नाहीये पडत आहे.
तरी पण इम्पोर्ट करून बघा मोठी रन. java.io.star.
1 minute. नेटचा स्पीडचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे त्यामुळे ते मे बी तुम्हाला दिसत नाहीये प्रॉपरली.
बस 2 मिनिटं देतो का मोबाईल. चार्जिंगला घेऊन जा तोपर्यंत ऐकायचं चार्ज.
One minute. Till now we will discuss some points. Okay. In between I will correct it. Right now we have written here our program as a simple class simple. Okay. Have you understood up to this? Yes, all of you? Hello? Hello?
मॅम स्क्रीन दिसत Yes, नाही. ma'am.
1 minute. नेटवर्क इश्यू इकडून शेअर होईल आहे. एकच मिनिट मी शेअर करते.
ओके ओके.
इथपर्यंतचा पाठ कळाला तुम्हाला?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, meanwhile give your presentee. After that I will share my screen. Start calling roll numbers. Roll number 1.
Present, ma'am.
Roll number 2. Unmute your mic and then give the presenting. Roll number 2. Roll number 3.
Present, ma'am.
4.
Present.
5.
Present, ma'am.
6.
Present, ma'am.
7.
Present, ma'am.
8.
Present, ma'am.
9.
Present, ma'am.
Roll number 9. Okay. 10.
Present, ma'am.
11.
Present.
12.
Present, ma'am.
13.
Present, ma'am.
14. 14. Yes, roll number 14 is there. Okay. 15. 16.
Present, ma'am.
17. Roll
Present,
number
ma'am.
17. 18.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
किती जण आधी दिली आहे? Okay. 19. Roll number 19. 20. 21.
Present.
21 is there.
Present, madam.
Okay. 22.
Present.
23.
Present, ma'am.
24. 24. 25.
Present, ma'am.
26. Roll
Present,
number
ma'am.
26.
Present.
27.
Present, ma'am.
28. Roll number 28. 29. 29 is there.
Ma'am, 24.
Okay. 29 is there. 30.
Present, ma'am.
31. Roll number 31. 32. 33. Roll number 33. 34. 35. 36. 37.
Present, madam.
38. 38. 39. 40.
Present, ma'am.
41. 42.
Present, ma'am.
43. 43. 44. 45. 45. 46.
Present, ma'am.
46.
Present, ma'am.
47. 48. 48. 49. Roll number 49. 50.
Present, ma'am.
51.
Present, ma'am.
49 is there. Okay. 51. 52.
Yes, ma'am.
53.
Present, ma'am.
54. 54. 55. 50, 55,
Yes, ma'am.
56, 56, 57,
Present, madam.
58,
Yes, madam.
59,
Present.
60, 61,
Yes, ma'am.
62,
Yes, ma'am.
62. Okay. 63,
Yes, madam.
64,
Present, ma'am.
65, 6, 66, 67,
Present, ma'am.
68.
Madam, 66. Network issue ಅಂತ
Okay.
ಮೋಸವಲ್ಲ.
Okay. Okay. 68, 69, 69, 70.
Ma'am,
70. Yes.
roll number 2.
Okay. Okay. Anybody has joined it between this?
ॲब्सेंट नंबर सांगा मॅडम.
ठीक है. Roll number 14, 15, 19, 20, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 41, 44, 47,
Madam, 39.
39, 44, 47, 48, 49, 52, 54, 56, 60, 65. Okay. 70 is there? Roll number 70.
Present, madam.
हाँ ठीक है. 69. Roll number 69. Upset. 68 is there. Roll number 68. Okay. Now I will start presentation.
मॅम
Yes.
भाग्यश्री वाघमोडे रोल नंबर नाहीये.
हाँ. कदम मॅडमला सांगितलं?
नाही मॅम धुमा मॅमला सांगितले.
बर ठीक आहे. ऍड करते तुमचं नाव.
हा हा.
Now see whether the screen is visible to all. Yes, Abhijit, right now you have joined. Any network issues? Okay. Now see. This is my program, that is simple one. Now I will run it by using Java compiler. Okay. Now see here, there is no any dot class file which is present over here. After compiling this simple.java, the dot class file is get generated at the backend. See. Okay, this is the dot class file, which is the conversion of your Java program into bytecode. Okay, now see, suppose I have opened it with any other format, it will looks like this. Okay, this is not readable format to human being. Okay, only this is the readable format for the machine. Okay, and whenever we will shift this file to any other folder, by using this file we can run our program, because this is completely converted into Java file, Java to .class file, and this is run by using Java interpreter, and that name of Java interpreter is a simple name as a Java, and your class file name is a simple. Now see what will happen. Okay, it will print your values which is present in this parenthesis. Okay, have you understood up to this? We have run a simple program which contains the value as a hello Java. Now, in previously I have told you that I have written here only a print. It will generate the values in the same line only. Now see how is it there. Now suppose I have written one more line, that is hello students. Okay, and after compilation, see what will happen. Okay, again your file is get compiled. That .class file is get replaced by the same name, because see here, .class file name is nothing but your class file name. There is one more thing, but till that thing you should understand this one only. Okay, because whenever we will add here as a public, in that case your file must be saved, means your .class file must be having the same name as a class file, and your .java file also must be your class file name only. But right now we are not written here as a public, means our class is not public. That's why we can change your file name also. But first of all, see the execution of these two lines. Now see, all these two lines are get printed in front of each other. Okay, because we have written here method as a print, and when we will write here method as a println, it goes to the next line. Okay, now see, only hello.java will printed in the same one, and hello student will be in the next line. Okay, because we have added here as a println method. That's why it is on the next line. Understood this program? Now I will explain here, whenever we will write it as a public, what will happen. Okay, we will keep this program aside. I will take another file. Now see, I have used save file over here, but I have written here a class with public access specifier. Now see what will happen. Okay, now see, suppose I have not written here as a public, and I have saved my file as a name simple1.java. Okay. Now see what is going on. My class name is a simple, but I am saving my file with the help of a name that is a simple1. Now see, after compilation what will happen. Okay, it will get successfully compiled because our class is not public. Okay, but see, now I have used here interpreter with the help of a class name simple1, but our class name is a simple. That's why it is not it is unable to recognize where is our class. Okay, that's why this exception will occur, because we have saved our program with the name simple1.java, but in that program our class name is a simple. That's why we need to run, means we need to interpret our program with a class name that is simple. Okay, लक्षात येते का? मराठीत सांगू दे. Yes, लक्षात आले मी काय सांगितले ते? का एकदा रिपीट करू बघा. Are you with me? Should I repeat it? ओके, सी हिअर. एकदा रिपीट करते, व्यवस्थित लक्ष द्या मी काय सांगते ते. आता मी जी काही फाईल तयार केलेली आहे simple1.java नावाची, ह्याच्यामध्ये माझा क्लास आहे, तो पब्लिक केलेला नाही मी. क्लास हॅव्हिंग नेम ॲज अ सिम्पल. ठीक आहे, क्लासचं नाव काय आहे? सिम्पल. त्याच्यामध्ये मी सेम कोड लिहिला जो आपण इनिशियली इम्प्लिमेंट केलाय. ठीक आहे, हा सिम्पल कोड आहे, त्याच्यामुळे पॅकेज इम्पोर्ट करण्याची गरज नाही. मी मगाशी त्या प्रोग्राम मध्ये बाय डिफॉल्ट केलं होतं, इम्प्लिमेंटला प्रॉब्लेम झाला, पण ऍक्च्युली प्रॉब्लेम होत नाही. त्यामुळे प्रत्येक वेळेस सिम्पल प्रोग्रामला पॅकेज इम्पोर्ट करण्याची गरज नाही. नाव सी, हा जो क्लास आहे तो मी पब्लिक डिक्लेअर केलेला नाही, त्याच्यामुळे फाईल नावाने सेव्ह केसेल फाईल. इट मीन्स आता मी इथं simple1.java ह्या नावाने माझी फाईल सेव्ह केली आहे. ठीक आहे, कंपाईल करताना त्याच नावाने तुमची फाईल कंपाईल करायची आहे, पण इंटरप्रेट म्हणजेच तुमचा प्रोग्राम रन करताना जे क्लासचं नाव आहे त्याच नावाने तुमची फाईल एक्झिक्यूट करायची आहे, लाईक दिस. जर तुम्ही तुमच्या फाईल नेमनी फाईल रन करायला गेला तर तुम्हाला एक्सेप्शन येईल थ्रेडचं, कारण आपण जो प्रोग्राम सेव्ह करतो आहे त्याची जी डॉट क्लास फाईल तयार होतीये, मीन्स जे बाईट कोड मध्ये कन्व्हर्जन होत आहे ते या क्लास नेमचा यूज होऊन कन्वर्ट होत आहे. ठीक आहे, नाव सपोज मी इथे दुसरंच नाव लिहिलं, सपोज मी क्लासला नाव दिले हाय. ठीक आहे, आणि मी हा सेम simple1.javaचा प्रोग्राम मी कंपाईल करते. बॅक एंडला चेक करा, बॅक एंडला हाय नावाची डॉट क्लास फाईल तयार झाली. ठीक आहे, हाय नावाची डॉट क्लास फाईल तयार झाली. ती का तयार झाली? तर हा आपला जो क्लास आहे त्याचा बाईट कोड मध्ये कन्व्हर्जन झालं. आणि आता प्रोग्राम रन करताना तुम्हाला ही फाईल वापरून चालणार नाही. ठीक आहे, तर आता इथे तुम्हाला काय लिहावं लागेल? हाय, जे डॉट क्लास फाईलचं नेम आहे. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ सी, suppose I have added here public as a access modifier, I have saved this program. Let's see what will happen. क्लासचं नेम आहे हाय आणि मी इथं प्रोग्राम कशाने सेव्ह केलाय? simple.1. It will generate an error because I will again run it. लक्षात येते इथं काय एरर येते? क्लास हाय इज अ पब्लिक should be declared in a file named as a high. जेव्हा आपण एखादा क्लास पब्लिकली डिक्लेअर करतो त्यावेळेस जे क्लासचं नाव आहे तेच तुमच्या फाईलचं नाव असलं पाहिजे बाय डिफॉल्ट. ठीक आहे, कारण की आपण पब्लिकली डिक्लेअर केलाय आणि जर का पब्लिक डिक्लेअर करत असेल आणि क्लासचं नाव जर यूज करत नसेल तर तुम्हाला ही एरर येणार. का? तर तुम्ही जेव्हा एखादा क्लास पब्लिकली डिक्लेअर करताय याचा अर्थ की तो तुम्ही दुसरीकडेही यूज करू शकणार आहात, आणि जर दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी त्या क्लासचं नाव आणि दुसऱ्या ठिकाणच्या क्लासचं नाव जर सेम आलं तर तुम्हाला कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जनरेट होईल. ते अवॉइड करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला जे क्लासचं नाव आहे तेच तुम्हाला ऍज अ फाईल नेम द्यायचं आहे. म्हणजेच इथं तुम्हाला काय करावं लागेल? hi.java. सी, आता हे आपण पब्लिकच ठेवलेलं आहे. आता मी काय करते इथे हाय म्हणून लिहिते. ओके, understood why this error is there? Yes, all of you understood? Write in the chat box or you can unmute your mic and tell me. Yes, are you with me? Am I audible? Okay. So this is the front view of your execution of your simple Java program. Okay. Now there is one feature in Java, that is Java is a platform independent. Now see, मी आतापर्यंत काय केलेलं आहे? जे काही फाईल्स तयार केल्या आहेत डॉट क्लास फाईल्स त्या बाय डिफॉल्ट इथं स्टोअर होतात आणि आपण पाथ कुठं सेट केलेला आहे? याच फोल्डर मध्ये, सी ऑन द अपर साइड. ठीक आहे, मी इथं पाथ कुठं सेट केलेला आहे तर सेव्ह 1 मिनिट. ओके सी. मी पाथ कुठे सेट केलेला आहे तर सेव्ह फोल्डरला पाथ सेट केलेला आहे. ठीक आहे. आणि त्याच फोल्डरमध्ये माझी जावाची फाईल डॉट क्लास फाईल आहे. आता सपोज जर तुम्हाला प्लॅटफॉर्म इंडिपेंडंट आहे का नाही हे चेक करायचं असेल तर काय करावं लागेल, हा तुमचा प्रोग्राम दुसऱ्या एखाद्या फोल्डरमध्ये शिफ्ट करावा लागेल. ठीक आहे. तर मी काय करते, आता ही माझी डॉट क्लास फाईल आहे हाय नावाची, ती मी कॉपी करून मी दुसऱ्या फोल्डर मध्ये टाकते. सपोज हिअर आय हॅव क्रिएटेड वन न्यू फोल्डर हॅव्हिंग नेम ॲज अ हाय आणि मी त्या फोल्डर मध्ये तुमची फाईल टाकली. कुठली टाकली तर डॉट क्लास फाईल टाकली. ऍक्च्युअल जावा फाईल रिप्लेस केलेली नाही. नाउ सी, आय विल चेंज माय फोल्डर बाय युजिंग चेंज डिरेक्टली. ठीक आहे. आता या फोल्डर मध्ये मी सपोज जावा इंटरप्रिटरनी हाय हा इम्प्लिमेंट करायला गेले तर इम्प्लिमेंट होतोय का तर आपला ऑलरेडी तिथे सेट झालेला आहे पाथ. ठीक आहे. त्यामुळे तुम्हाला इथं प्लॅटफॉर्म इंडिपेंडंट म्हणता येणार नाही. त्यासाठी तुम्हाला कम्प्लिटली दुसरीकडे जावं लागेल. तर सपोज मी हा पूर्ण फोल्डर कॉपी केला आणि माझ्या डेस्कटॉप वरती मी घेते. ओके. मी डेस्कटॉप वरती मी हा फोल्डर सेव्ह केलेला आहे. Now we have to move our cursor into desktop. How we can move it? By using command prompt. ओके. मी आता कर्सर डेस्कटॉप वरती घेऊन ह्या फोल्डर मध्ये घेऊन जाते. ठीक आहे. तर आता मी सपोज इथं डायरेक्टली जावा इंटरप्रिटर यूज करून माझी डॉट क्लास फाईल इम्प्लिमेंट करायचा प्रयत्न केला तर ते तुम्हाला एरर दाखवेल की सेट पाथ करा. आता आपण आधी पाथ सेट करून घेऊयात. इथं माझी जावाची फाईल नाहीये, फक्त मी काय घेतलेली आहे, डॉट क्लास फाईल घेतलेली आहे. जर असं तुम्हाला आता अज्युम करायला सोपं जाणार नाही कारण की आपण हे व्हर्च्युअली बघतोय. ज्याच्याकडे प्रॅक्टिससाठी लॅपटॉप्स असतील त्यांनी हे ट्राय करून बघा. ओके. आता इथे माझा जावा प्रोग्राम नाही, मी फक्त इथे डॉट क्लास फाईल घेतली आणि मी डायरेक्टली एक्झिक्यूट करते. ओके. सो दिस फीचर इज कॉल्ड एज जावा इज प्लॅटफॉर्म इंडिपेंडंट. ठीक आहे. मी माझी डॉट क्लास फाईल मी आता कुठेही मूव्ह करू शकते, दुसऱ्या विंडोजवर, दुसऱ्या मशीनवर, कुठेही जरी ही डॉट क्लास फाईल नेली आणि जावाचा पाथ सेट केला की तुमची फाईल एक्झिक्यूट होते. अंडरस्टूड? दिस इज अ व्हेरी बेसिक एक्झाम्पल. Yes, have you understood? Okay. Any doubt? Yes, are you with me? Have you understood it? Ankita Ghadge?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. तर मी आता प्रेझेंटेशन कडे जाते परत एकदा. Now see what we have done right now. Okay. हा आपला आपण सिंपल प्रोग्राम एक्झिक्यूट केला. Now see what we have done. Our .java file is converted into .class file after executed by using Java compiler. Okay. तर ती जी डॉट क्लास फाईल होती ती नंतर क्लास लोडरला दिली जाते. ठीक आहे. लोडर, लिंकर, कंपायलर हे सगळं तुम्हाला आता सिस्टीम प्रोग्रामिंग मध्ये कव्हर होईल. ठीक आहे. डॉट क्लास फाईल ही क्लास लोडर कडे जाऊन त्याचं बाईट कोड व्हेरिफिकेशन होतंय. ठीक आहे. डॉट क्लास फाईल इज नथिंग बट बाईट कोड of that Java file. Now it is given to dot means class loader. After that it will check byte code is verified or not. If anybody had changed its bytecode, it will generate error. That is, that code is not as a regular one. Means whatever we have provided, that is changed. That's why Java is called as the secure. If anyone has changed its bytecode, means anyone had changed the dot class file, it will generate an error, and that will be a part of a security. After that, it goes to interpreter. Okay. Right now we have run our program by using Java interpreter. That is simple Java add your dot class file. And after that, it will go to runtime and it will print our output in the console window. And if you have provided any hardware while creating any projects, it will show on that hardware. So this is the internal details of your Java program. Now see, this is the Java virtual machine. Okay. In Java virtual machine, what will happen? We will see. Java virtual machine is an abstract machine. Okay. It is called as the virtual machine because it doesn't physically and in that JRE folder, JVM is there. Okay, I will show it to you because it is unable to physically. JRE is there. Okay, as our this file will show you. Okay, in JRE, JVM is there. Okay. So path is likewise. JD in JDK JRE is there, and in JRE Java virtual machine is there. Okay, right now we are in the JVM. That's why I have shown you this diagram. Okay, now see, it is a specification that provides a runtime environment in which Java bytecode can be executed. Okay, तो जो bytecode होता है डॉट क्लास फाइल चा तो इथून एक्झिक्यूट होतोय. It can also run these programs which are written in other language and compiled by a Java bytecode. ठीक आहे. दुसऱ्या कोणत्याही प्रोग्राम मधून जर तुम्ही बाइटकोड कन्वर्ट केला ऍज अ डॉट क्लास फाईल तो इथून तुम्हाला एक्झिक्यूट होतो. The main task of a JVM is what? It loads the code, verifies the code, execute and provide runtime environment. Okay. जे आपण इथे चेक केलं होतं की सर्व आफ्टर दॅट जावा रनटाइम एन्व्हायरमेंट मीन्स दिस टोटल स्क्वेअर ब्रॅकेट. ओके, Java runtime environment is a combination of JVM, different library files and other files that will be considered as an extra one. It means, see here, this is our JRE, Java runtime environment. Java runtime environment, different library files are there. Okay, different these files are there. Then build folder is there. In build folder, different again library files are there. Okay, so this is togetherly called as the JRE one. In that Java virtual machine is also there. Okay. And after that, actual Java development toolkit means JDK. What we have used to set the path. Whenever we are setting path of a JDK, by default, all these things are get extracted over there. That's why we need to set the path. Today's lecture is somewhat difficult to you because we are seeing the theory part. That's why it may happen that this is the difficult one. Okay, so this is the simple to run Java program and how they are working. So this is the simple theory part. I will not waste your time in this theory part because you can earn by reading also on internet. Now I have to give one suggestion to you. I will open here one online Java compiler. Okay, you can search it on Google as a Java compiler. I have opened this link. You can use any other compiler also. Okay, so this is your Java compiler for online program running. ओके, ज्याच्याकडे लॅपटॉप
Ma'am, your voice is breaking in between.
Am I audible to all? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Now am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Whether
ma'am.
screen is visible?
No.
No, whether my screen is visible? Okay, I will
No,
again
ma'am.
connect it. Okay, okay. ठीक है, करते करेक्ट. बरं, मी जे प्लॅटफॉर्म इंडिपेंडंट सांगत होते तिथपर्यंत सगळ्यांना ऐकू आलेलं आहे व्यवस्थित?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक आहे. फीचर्स कडे जाऊयात.
हाँ, ma'am.
हा, मी आधी फीचर्स कव्हर करते, मग आपण व्हेरिएबल्स जे काही प्रॉपर्टीज आहेत जावाच्या आणि ऍक्च्युअल प्रोग्रामिंग आपण नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला स्टार्ट करणार आहे. आज आधी फक्त फीचर्स चेक करूया. ओके, नाउ सी, these are the features of a Java. Okay, so we will see one by one feature. First feature in Java is a simple one. Why we are calling Java as a simple? Java is very easy to learn and syntax are very simple and clean, as we have seen in one simple main method. Okay. One more point regarding Java simpleness is it is totally depend on the C++ syntax. Okay. Right now we have already learned C++. That's why it is easy to learn Java all the syntaxes. Okay. Java has removed many complicated features, for example, explicit pointers, operator overloading, which you have seen in the C++. Okay, that features are get removed in the Java. That's why Java is become very simple. Also, there is no need to remove an referenced object because there is an automatic garbage collection in Java. Okay, तुम्हाला आतापर्यंत गार्बेज कलेक्शन साठी सेपरेट क्लास किंवा सेपरेट मेथड लिहावी लागायची, पण जावा मध्ये ती ऑलरेडी प्रोव्हाइड केलेली आहे, ती फक्त तुम्हाला यूज करायची आहे. दॅट्स वाय जावा इज कॉल्ड एज द सिम्पल वन. नेक्स्ट फीचर ऑफ जावा इज ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड. Java is an object-oriented programming language because everything is totally depend on the objects. Okay, so basic concept of objects are nothing but the classes, interfaces. Then it's more four main pillars, that is nothing but the inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. Okay, I know you have already seen it C++, but there is a difference between these four pillars in CPP and in Java. Okay, so what gets changed while implementing in Java? Next feature is a platform independent. Right now we have seen why Java is a platform independent. Means I have taken .class file into another folder to run it. Okay, now suppose I have said this .class file to you people, and when you will directly implement that file is also get implemented because I have sent you a .class file, not a Java file. That's why we are calling it as a Java is platform independent. Suppose I have changed the Linux, Sun Solaris or any Mac OS, it will be also get implemented. Then Java is called as the secured one. That is the fourth one. Okay, because with Java we can develop virus-free systems. Okay, for developing viruses we can use the Java. Right now we have seen whenever we are providing access as a public. Okay, that all things are comes under the security part. Why we are calling secure? There are also so many features are there. One feature is there is no explicit pointers are available. Also, Java programs are run inside the Java machine, that is virtual machine. Okay. Then here, three main points are provided for the Java, that is the class loader, bytecode verifier, and interpreter. We have to follow this procedure and then your program is get executed. That's why Java is a secured one. Then Java is nothing but the robust. Meaning of a robust is nothing but the very strong. Okay, Java is called as the very strong because it uses object oriented, it is platform independent, as well as it is secure. That's why with the help of these three features we are calling Java as a robust one. Okay, also it has a strong memory management technique. There is a lack of pointers, that's why it avoids the unsecurity problems. There is automatic garbage collection. Then exception handling is provided, as well as type checking with typecasting facilities are also provided. That's why Java is a robust. Then architecture neural. Why we are calling it as an architecture neural? Because there are no implementation dependent features. For example, size of primitive data types. Okay. what is data types you know, but for Java there is a sub changes in between these data types. We will see in the later lectures. ठीक आहे, त्याच्यामुळे जावा ही आर्किटेक्चर न्यूट्रल म्हटलेली आहे. Then Java is a portable because it facilitates you to carry the Java bytecode in any platform. Likewise, we have moved our .class file in another folder. That feature is called as the portable. And whenever we are converting or we are shifting .class file in another OS, that is called as the platform independent. Okay. Then high performance. Java is faster than other traditional interpreted programming languages such as the CPP, C, etc. Okay. One more thing. Why we are calling it as a high performance? For implementing C or CPP programs on console, directly interpreter is used. Okay. Now remind your program implementation of C and CPP on console window, not on the turbo C. Whenever you are implementing on console window, it uses some command. Okay. One command is the related to running your program is, and another one is the end./out. Okay, which is used for the implement your C or CPP program. That code or that instruction is nothing but the interpretation instruction. But in Java, first we are compiling it and then interpret. But in C and CPP, we are using only one instruction, that is the interpreter part. That's why Java is having high performance ratio. Okay, we are using both compiler as well as interpreter. Java is distributed because it having RMI facility in it. Okay, remote machine setting. Okay, another one is a multi-threaded. We will see what is meant by thread in this also, and you in operating system also you will see what is meant by multi-threaded. Okay, so we will think later on this feature when we will start our threading concept. Then Java is a dynamic. Why we are calling it as dynamic? Because it having a dynamic loading classes with it. It means that class is loaded on demand. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे जेव्हा आपल्याला गरज आहे त्याच वेळेला आपण तो क्लास लोड करून घेतोय आणि एक्झिक्यूट करतोय. बाकीच्या वेळेला तो क्लास आपल्या समोर येत नाही. हॅव यू अंडरस्टूड? Yes, all of you, have you understood the features? Okay. Shall we go towards next point? Till 20 minutes are there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next point is a naming conventions. Okay, this is the, now we are seeing the basics of a Java. That's why we should know how to give names to variables, classes, interfaces, then objects likewise. Okay, that's why we should know first the naming conventions. Naming conventions are nothing but a rule which is used to follow to decide names of your identifiers, classes, packages, constants, methods, etc. First one is a class. Okay, we always require class to execute our programs. So by giving name of a class, you should use first letter as a capital one, which is uppercase letter. Then it should be a noun such as a color, button, system, thread. Okay, and suppose you are doing some projects. In that case, suppose I am doing student management system. In that, I can create my classes with the name as a student. Then suppose we are creating some record of their marks. Then I will create name of a class as a marks and I will be capital. Okay, so likewise. Then interfaces. We will see what is difference between class and interface when we are in the second chapter. Okay, till now only remember that interface is one. In that same process will be there. You should start your name of that interface with the capital letter. This is not hard and fast rule, but you have to follow it because while remembering all these classes, it will be easy to you what is the name of that particular class, particular interface. That's why you should start your name of class or interface with uppercase letter. Okay, so next one is methods. Okay, while writing methods, it should start with lowercase. कारण आपण क्लास आणि इंटरफेसला काय केलेलं आहे अप्पर केसने स्टार्ट केलेला आहे. मग दोन्हीतला डिफरन्स लक्षात द्यावा यासाठी तुमचं मेथड नेम नेहमीच लोअर केस मध्ये स्टार्ट व्हायला पाहिजे. लाईक मेन मेथड, प्रिंट मेथड, प्रिंट एलएन. जर आपण मेन मेथड कॅपिटल लिहिली तर तुम्हाला एरर येईल. वी कॅन चेक इट. सी हियर. I will show its demo, so it will be easy for you. Now suppose मी माझी main method capital ने start केली. What will happen? See. ओके, लक्षात येते एरर आली तुम्हाला एक्सेप्शन इन थ्रेड दॅट इज मेन. कारण की बाय डिफॉल्ट काय केलेलं आहे त्यांनी तर तुमच्या ज्या काही मेथड्स आहेत त्या लोअर केसने स्टार्ट होतील आणि मी आता इथे काय केलं होतं तुमची जी काही मेथड होती मेन मेथड ती कॅपिटलने स्टार्ट केली होती. लक्षात आलंय त्याच्यामुळे ती एरर आली. सो युअर मेथड नेम शुड स्टार्ट विथ स्मॉल लेटर्स. आफ्टर दॅट नाउ यू आर क्रिएटिंग युअर ओन मेथड्स हॅव्हिंग two different words. In that case, what you have to do? You have to start your first name with lowercase and your second word name with uppercase. Okay? There is no hard and fast rule to write second word name with capital letter. Then same rule is applicable for variables. It should starts with lowercase and after second name is there, then you can use the capital value. For write the variables, you can use underscore, different characters. Then it will not start with a number. Okay, you can use numbers in between while creating the variables, but it will not start with number. After that, packages are there. Okay, packages, we will see what is meant by package. Right now we have only discussed about what is the package. It is like as a one header file. Okay, in that also your package name starts with lowercase only. Okay, then camel case is naming convention. What is meant by camel case? Camel case is the one process or one system which is provided to give names in the Java for variables, for methods or for packages. Okay, suppose you are writing 2 or 3 words in the one word there. First word always start with lowercase, second word always starts with capital letter to understand what is the words are there in your method, variables or any other. Okay, so this is the naming conventions. The last one is a constant. There are some constants are also available in a Java, like different names of colors or different priority examples. Okay, which we will call this as a constant one. Okay, now suppose I have written here one constant as a mean age. Okay, minimum age of a human for, suppose I have taken one example as a blood donation. For blood donation, I have kept age as a minimum 18. Okay, so I will create it as a constant one. And whenever we are declaring some constants, we will follow this rule. Suppose I am using value of a pi. Okay, So I can create value of a pi by using capital letters as a pi. Okay. So for making constants, you can use this process. Then for variables. Variable is a container which holds a value while in Java program. Okay. Should we start variables in this lecture or in next lecture? Because there are 3 types of a variable. Are you with me? Yes, are you with me? Okay, should we start variables in this lecture or the next lecture? There are 3 types of variables, that's why I am asking. Otherwise, we will see theory part over here and its examples in the next lecture. Is it okay? Yes? Okay, so we will cover only theory part and we will see its examples in the next lecture. Now you know what is meant by variable, okay? Variables are used to declare or to store some values as our location, okay? So whenever you will create variable, there are some data types are used because according to data types you can store your values and for that value some memories get allocated. So there are 3 types of variables: local, instance and static. Right now we have seen what is meant by static. There is no necessity to create an object. Okay, in same format there are no uses of a static variables over here. First we will see what is meant by local variables. Okay. Now I am giving you actual meaning of a local variable. If you want to take it down, you can take it. After that I will share you this PPTs also. A variable declared inside the body of the method is called as the local variables. Now see in this example. I have used here one variable n which contains integer value 90. What is meant by local variable? The local variables which are declared inside the body. Yes, hello. Any problem? Should I continue? Okay, see. The variables which
Yes,
are
ma'am.
declared inside the body of a method is called as the local variable. This is the method and in that I have declared one variable. Okay, you can use this variable only within this method only. You cannot access this variable outside the method. This is the working of a local variables. You cannot access anywhere outside this method. And one more thing, local variables cannot be defined as a static keyword. ओके, लोकल व्हेरिएबल तुम्हाला स्टॅटिकली डिक्लेअर करता येत नाही कारण की त्याला आपण त्या मेथडच्या बाहेर ऍक्सेस देऊ शकत नाही. Then one more is the instance variables. What is meant by instance variables? The variables which are declared inside the class but outside the method. Such a types of variables are called as the instance variables. ठीक आहे. जे व्हेरिएबल्स क्लास मध्ये पण मेथडच्या बाहेर डिक्लेअर केले जातात त्यांना इन्स्टन्स व्हेरिएबल्स म्हटले जाते आणि जे व्हेरिएबल्स मेथडच्या आत डिक्लेअर केले जातात त्यांना लोकल व्हेरिएबल्स म्हटले जाते. जे लोकल व्हेरिएबल्स आहेत ते आपण आउटसाइड दी मेथड कॉल करू शकत नाही, पण जे इन्स्टन्स व्हेरिएबल्स आहेत ते आपण आउटसाइड दी व्हेरिएबल मीन्स तुमच्या मेथड मध्ये यूज करू शकतो. ठीक आहे. आणि जर क्लासचा ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट केला तर तो ऑब्जेक्ट यूज करून तुम्ही हे व्हेरिएबल्स दुसऱ्या क्लासमध्ये ऍक्सेस करू शकता. बट वी कॅनॉट डिक्लेअर इन्स्टन्स व्हेरिएबल ऍज अ स्टॅटिक वन. ठीक आहे. जर एकदा तुम्ही इन्स्टन्स व्हेरिएबल म्हणून ऍक्सेस करत असाल तर पुढे जाऊन म्हणजे पुढच्या कुठल्या लाईनला तुम्ही त्याला स्टॅटिक म्हणून डिक्लेअर करू शकत नाही. जर करायचं असेल तर स्टार्टिंगलाच करायचं. ठीक आहे. नाउ सी व्हॉट इज विथ द स्टॅटिक व्हेरिएबल. द व्हेरिएबल which is declared as a static is nothing but the static. Now see, it cannot be a local. Like we have seen over here, we cannot declare local variable as a static. Same way, with vice versa. Static variables cannot be a local variables. You can create a single copy of static variable and share among all the instances of a class. Okay, there is no necessity to create object of this variable. You can directly use it another variable with the help of class name. Another point regarding static variable is memory allocation for static variable happens only once. Okay, लक्षात येते जेव्हा आपण स्टॅटिकली डिक्लेअर करतो तेव्हा त्याला एकदाच मेमरी अलोकेट करून दिली जाते. देयर इज अ वन पॉइंट रिगार्डिंग मेन मेथड ऑल्सो. त्याच्यामुळेच तुमची मेन मेथड ही स्टॅटिकली डिक्लेअर केलेली असते. जेव्हा तुम्ही स्टॅटिकली मेथड डिक्लेअर करता त्यावेळेस त्याला एकदा मेमरी अलोकेशन होतं. त्याच्यामुळे तुमचं जे काही एक्झिक्युशन आहे ते ओव्हरलॅप जे काही व्हायचं ते त्याच मेमरीत ओव्हरलॅप होतं. ठीक आहे. त्यासाठी डिफरंट मेमरीज अलोकेट केल्या जात नाही. ओके, हॅव यू अंडरस्टूड अप टू दिस? Any queries are there?
Yes, ma'am.
10 मिनिटं आहेत. कुणाला क्वेरीज असतील तर विचारा आत्ताच. Yes, any queries? कुणाला क्वेरी नाही आहेत? आता आपण ऍक्च्युअल प्रोग्रामिंग आज स्टार्ट केलेलं नाही. आता फक्त आपण थेरी पार्ट बघितलेला आहे आणि फक्त एक सिंपल प्रोग्राम पाहिलेला होता. ओके, नेक्स्ट लेक्चर मध्ये काय करणार आहोत ते मी आधी दाखवते. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर मध्ये पहिल्यांदा डेटा टाइप्स असतील, त्याच्यानंतर ऑपरेटर्स वरचे डिफरंट एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत. ठीक आहे. या प्रत्येक ऑपरेटर्सचे जे तुम्हाला इंटरव्ह्यू रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन्स आहेत आणि इंटरव्ह्यू रिलेटेड प्रोग्राम्स आहेत ते आधी आपण बघणार आहोत. ठीक आहे. आणि हे जेव्हा तुमचं क्लिअर होईल त्यावेळेस आपण नेक्स्ट पार्ट म्हणजेच एक्सप्रेशन स्टेटमेंट्स ब्लॉक्स आणि त्याच्याशी रिलेटेड जे काही एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत ते, आणि मग आपण आपले कंट्रोल लूप स्टार्ट करणार आहे, लाईक फॉर, इफ एल्स, व्हाईल, ऑल दिस. Okay, so should I stop recording if you don't have any queries? Okay, I want to discuss one thing with you. Yes.
आपण जावास्क्रिप्ट पण यूज करतो ना ते सॉफ्टवेअर ह्याच्यासाठी, प्रोग्राम्स रन करण्यासाठी. म्हणजे सीएमडी वरती जरा पाथ सेट करणं वगैरे जाते ना डिफिकल्ट म्हणून.
हा सांगते. इक्लिप्स किंवा नेटबीन्स ह्यासाठी यूज केलं जातं ऍज अ स्क्रिप्टिंग प्लॅटफॉर्म म्हणून. पण तुम्ही आता खूप इनिशियल फेज मध्ये आहात. ठीक आहे. तुम्हाला अजून एरर कशा काढायच्या हे माहिती नाहीये. त्यामुळे तुम्हाला तिथे जर एरर आली तर ती कशी रिमूव्ह करायची हे कळणार नाही. त्यासाठी पहिला एक चॅप्टर आणि सेकंड चॅप्टर मधल्या पॅकेजेस पर्यंत तुम्हाला मी नोटपॅड वरतीच घेणार आहे. ठीक आहे. एकदा पॅकेजेस तुम्हाला रन करता यायला लागले की मग आपण इक्लिप्स किंवा नेटबीन्स वर स्विच होणार आहे. ठीक आहे.
ओके मॅम. हो.
अजून काही क्वेरीज आहेत?
नो मॅम.
Okay. Now I want to discuss with you one point. First I will stop recording.